Remember the futuristic world of the Jetsons? Well, a new way for getting around almost feels like we're inching closer to that world, now with the availability of what companies are calling robo-taxis. Ashley Soriano reports from downtown Las Vegas, where they launched 2 weeks ago.
Robotaxis look just like average cars, like the ones passing behind me, but they're hands-free. Autonomous or self-driving cars have been around for a while, but they're increasing in popularity. And now this service offered in Las Vegas offers a new rideshare option on the market.
It's picking up the car in front of us here.
A driverless tech company and a transit software company teamed up to launch free self-driving rides in downtown Las Vegas.
So here's the Via app. And the first step is to download the app. Then you input your pickup and your drop-off location and book a ride. And then once you get into the vehicle, you can use the app to scan a QR code in the in-vehicle screen, and away you go.
The car itself has driverless features, but Motional, the company that provides the robo-taxis, has 2 people in the car at all times.
Right now, we're in manual, as you can see here. But once we turn out and make this right, when James feels it's safe, he'll push a button on the steering wheel, and then the car will go into auto.
Hands-free features like detecting stoplights,
And then it can tell when the light's about to turn red, yellow, or green.
and detecting other cars or people.
And we have pedestrians right here jaywalking.
They're always alert, they're never texting, they're never under the influence. It sees so much further ahead than what myself, if I was driving the car, might be able to see.
Casey Caldwell from Car and Driver magazine says the trend of self-driving cars has a long way to go before they're fully autonomous.
It's just going to be a really slow roll for this technology before it's really in people's hands and being used the way everyone wants it to be used.
Still, Motional plans to launch a robo-taxi without their drivers in the car next year.
For now, the robotaxis are only offered here in Sin City, but the 2 companies hope to expand to other cities in the future. And the robotaxis are also offered on the Las Vegas Strip, but through a different rideshare app.
Strong reaction is still pouring in after the TSA announced another month of mask mandates on public transportation. Alexandria Hoff has more from D.C.
The debate over mask mandates is heating up once again. The TSA following CDC recommendations to extend the mandate for public transportation for another month. That means folks taking planes, trains, buses, and taxis will have to mask up until at least April 18th.
As long as people are still contracting COVID, I think it's still needed. So I agree with it.
But the CDC also says it's looking for ways to relax those rules, especially in areas where the risk of COVID infection is low. As of this week, more than 90% of the country lives in those areas, where some travelers say the month-long extension is not needed. And it's unwelcome news to folks who are simply burned out after 2 years of lockdowns and mandates.
It's dangerous, but I'm tired of the masks. And if everybody's inoculated, I really don't see the necessity anymore.
The announcement comes as cases keep falling nationwide. We're now averaging just 36,000 new infections every day in the U.S., the lowest number since late July. And more cities and states are lifting COVID restrictions, including Seattle, where officials say kids will be able to take off their masks in school starting Monday. But federal officials are urging the public to be careful, and some say more funding is needed to help avoid another COVID surge.
The truth is, a lot of folks never got back on their feet. A whole lot of young people saw their futures dimmed, diminished.
Earlier this week, 13 Democratic governors asked the Biden administration to extend the federal public health emergency for at least another 3 months.